Facebook releases long secret rules on how it polices its service. Hi, I'm Rob Anspach from Anspach Media, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 82 of What's Trending. If you're just tuning in, what I do is I take some of the trending subjects found on Facebook and give you my spin, my take, my thoughts, my opinion. Well, there was a bunch of trends that were probably worthy of me sharing today, but I'm only going to cover one, and that's Facebook. And it says Facebook releases its long secret rules on how it polices its own service. Now, it says Facebook Inc. on Tuesday released a rule book for the types of posts it allows on its social network, giving far more details than ever before on what is permitted on subjects ranging from drug use to sex work to whatever. But I'm going to read some of what was on another article here. And, let's see. There we go. It says the community standards document is a fairly lengthy one, but it's essentially covers 6 distinct categories. Now, this is out of Engadget. It says violence and criminal behavior, safety, objectionable content, integrity, and authenticity, respecting intellectual property, and content-related requests. Now, that seems to be a lot of stuff. And Facebook, in and of itself, they want to make everybody social. They want people to open up and express their feelings. But these community standards are kind of policing things a little too far. It says some of the guidelines seem fairly straightforward. For example, a threat of credible violence could result in a takedown, which means that your page, your group, your post could come down. And you could even be reported to the authorities. Now, masquerading as someone else is clearly defined as wrong. So all those fake accounts that seem to pop up every single day are actually in violation of Facebook's community standards, but they don't seem to do anything about them. And it says, as are posts involving child nudity and trafficking in illegal goods. Again, these are very hard to police. It seems that Facebook, although has said that they're hiring more people to police their network. When you have 1 billion people on a network posting constantly and only maybe 8,000 people monitoring, that's a lot of work. It says now, but other guidelines, like the ones around hate speech, are a lot more nuanced. Facebook states that it doesn't allow hate speech on its platform and defines it as a direct attack on people based on what we call protected characteristics: race, ethnicity, national origin, religious affiliation, sexual orientation, sex, gender identity, and serious disability or disease. It also offers some protection for immigrants and defines an attack as violent or dehumanizing speech. Statements of inferiority or calls for exclusion or segregation. And it looks like they have their offenses labeled as tiers. So, violent speech could be tier 1, expressions of disgust, tier 2, or a call to exclude, tier 3. Now, that's all fine and good, but honestly, how is it really going to play out? Facebook owns the sandbox that you're playing in. So, are they going to let people kick sand in your face? Maybe. But what I've discovered is that Facebook's community rules are very lenient to Facebook. And that means that if they like an organization, they're not going to slap them on the wrist. If they don't like an organization, they're going to take them down. Simple as that. And I have reported so many fake accounts. It's not funny. And I get the same cookie cutter response back. Well, we understand that you reported this as such and such, but it doesn't violate our community standards. Well, these are the things that I teach my clients. I teach them, how to post to social media to build trust. And how can my clients build trust, be open and honest with what they're posting, try to educate, entertain, and engage their fans, friends, and followers if the network that they're posting to is not being forthcoming with the rules and regulations and the policies of what they can and cannot post. So I think as this all plays out, Facebook is going to find themselves in a quagmire, because the fact is you cannot continuously keep pumping out new rules, new regulations, and only having affect a certain type of demographic. After a while, everything's going to implode on itself, because your rules and regulations are going to affect the very thing that you created to be able to offer people a place to voice their expressions, their feelings, their stories. So, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about who I am, what I do, and how I do it, visit me at anspachmedia.com. That's it for tonight's episode. I'll be back tomorrow. If you're seeing this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Hey, adios.